Welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world, wherever you are joining this program from. I appreciate you and I thank you for being part of this program. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe, like, and share to all platforms. Share to everyone on this very important program that we are about to watch. This is Biafra Exodus Hard Talk TV. Remember, in this platform, we always bring you informations that has to do with the restoration of Biafra. Informations coming directly from the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in Exile. If you have not yet shared this video, please share, like, also subscribe if you are not subscribed. Let's push this message forward so that the world might hear. In today's episode, I'm about to share with you the second part of the broadcast of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, which he did on space. Let us watch the second part of the broadcast for you to understand where we are and where we are heading. This is the part 2. Watch from beginning to end. You'll be glad you did. Do not miss any statement on this program. It is to keep you awake and to let you know that the battle has been won already. Wherever you are as a Biafran, it is time to go, and there is no looking back. Let's listen to our Prime Minister Mazi Simon.
A man called Leo Mechlin formed a government and created a liberal democracy with the universal right to vote and be elected. In 1906, the unicameral parliament of Finland was created with universal and equal suffrage. However, the power of the parliament was limited by the term from the 1908 to 1916. Now, I want everybody to pay attention. The second period of Russification of Finland. In 1908, the World War I led activist group to unite. Under Franz Albert, Bobrikov, successors of the Governor General, all legislation was moved to the Russian State Duma, which then pushed for laws restricting Finnish autonomy. Are you listening? They pushed for another law restricting Finnish autonomy. This is something that Nigeria, they are debating today, but they have made their end. Russia demanded higher payment, and the Senate of Finland was replaced with the Admiral Senate or a suburb Senate. Nicholas II pushed the complete Russification and the end of the Finnish autonomy in 1914. While Nigeria was being amalgamated forcefully, fraudulently in 1914, the end of the Russification of Finland started. The Finnish autonomy, end of the Finnish autonomy started in 1914 in quest to stop Finnish freedom. But this was halted by the beginning of the First World War. The Jaguar movement was formed and sent first 200 and later 1,900 Finnish volunteers to Germany to be trained as Jaguars, a light infantry, for armed resistance. Are you listening to me? For armed resistance. The Finnish Jaguar formed 27th Jaguar Battalion. By the way, I served in the Jaguar Battalion of the Hammer Regiment in Finland. It's a historic battalion, as you're just hearing today. That was where I served in the Finnish military. The Jaguar Elite Infantry for armed resistance. The Finnish Jaguar formed the 27th Jaguar Battalion and were eventually sent to Libau to fight against Russian Empire. Sibelius composed Jaguar March lyrics written by Haig Nurumio, who served in the 27th Battalion. Now, I want all of you to understand that the February and October Revolution in 1917 ignited hope in the Grand Duchy of Finland. The revolution for Biafra hope is coming, and believe me, 1 month lockdown of the Nigeria institution is part of it. After the abduction of one of the men called Nicholas II on the March, 2nd March, just like they abducted Mazi and Kanu. All these things you see today did not start from Biafra. They also abducted those who were also in the forefront of the freedom in Finland in those days. The Persian union between Russia and Finland lost its legal base, at least according to the view in Helsinki. Exactly how everything have lost its legal base between Biafra and Nigeria, according to Biafrans in Biafra land. The same thing was applicable to Finland. As he was the Grand Duke of Finland, just the way Mazi Kanu is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. This man called Nicholas II was the Duke, the Grand Duke of Finland. Now, when he was abducted, the negotiation began between the Russian provisional government and Finnish authorities. That led to Power Act. The resulting proposal approved by the Russian provisional government was heavily rewritten in the Finnish parliament and transformed into so-called the Power Pact. I want you people to understand that even though we are not copying what Finland did, but there are similarities in it. And the history can go on and on and on. Similarity of the step and the template we are taking today to liberate you Biafra people from Nigeria and get you independent and get you lasting peace is almost similar to the Finland pathway to freedom. Today we have broken record as a government in exile and a government in the homeland controlling the territory of Biafra. And today we have recorded 50 million. I want you to tell me anywhere in the history of this world where a government in exile and controlling a de facto government have been able to conduct a referendum, beating and smarting the evil government in the homeland and having people in millions to vote. Today we recorded over 50 million votes, and the vote still goes on till November because of the situation on ground. We made sure that everybody will be given the opportunity to participate in giving their signature on Biafra referendum. Today, we are winning, and they are running, sending assassins to Finland, sending suicide bombers to Finland. And when they fail, they run back to Finnish authority each time they see them come to Africa. My fellow Biafrans, the people you saw being interviewed as the ministers from the Nordic country did not come to Nigeria because of Simon Ekpa. They came for the African Union or ECOWAS meeting. And of course, Nigeria Islamic and Caliphate State, Nigeria terrorist state, and their nincompoop media, they will not ask relevant questions. They are always after Simon Ekpa. They went and asked the Finnish Minister of Foreign Affairs, Elena, who is a very noble woman, about Simon Ekpa. They left the problem of Nigeria. They left the insecurity that Nigeria military have recruited Boko Haram and they are killing people in northern Nigeria. They are killing people in the Middle Belt. They are killing people in Biafra land, of which we are resisting. They left all the insecurity that Nigeria army, police, and all of them have created, kidnapping, abduction, killing, and all that. They left those concerns. They left the concern that Nigerians are protesting for hunger. They left those concerns, and their only concern is Simon Ekpa. What are you doing, Finland, to capture Simon Ekpa? I am telling you today, I am here, and nobody will capture me. I will fight this thing till the end of it, and Biafra will be declared here in Finland. And it will happen in the presence of all of you, and you will see how God is going to use me to save Biafrans from the hand of the Islamic jihadist government and terrorist government of Nigeria. I want you to understand that after Finland declared independence, they had a problem. They had a problem, oh my people, a problem of recognition. This same recognition that we are fighting today. Finland had a problem. And you know how many times they have declared independence in Finland? There was another declaration of 15 November. There was another declaration of the 1917. and November 27, 1917. So the declaration on the 15th of November, which actually changed everything about Finland pathway to freedom. Irving formed a Senate, which started on November 27, 1917. Its goal was to execute independence as soon as possible. The Senate returned to the Parliament with a declaration of independence and a proposal for the new Republican instrument of government on the 4th of December. The Declaration of Independence was technically given to the form of preamble of the proposition and was intended to be agreed upon by the Parliament. Parliament adopted the declaration on 6 December with 100 votes against 88. Do you understand that this Finland today, 88 persons voted against the Declaration of Independence of Finland, while 100 persons voted for it? So minus 88 from 100. How many did they give you? 12 or 22 was the winning number for the declaration of the independent state of Finland. Do you understand? They won the vote with 12 persons. Ordinary 12. Ordinary 12. It was 100 against 88. So 88 Finnish people say, no to the declaration. Today, the same people who don't know this history, or maybe who know this history, will be telling you how certain person will be sitting on a national television and telling you, we are not for Biafra, I'm an Igbo man, I am a Joe, we are not for Biafra, but in Finland, 100 voted yes, and 88 voted no. Only 12 changed the fate of Finland today. This thing that all of us are joining today, only 12% make the difference. Now, after the declaration of, after the voting of 100 to 88 on the December of 1917, with reference to the declaration of 15th of November, are you listening? In the new declaration says, I want you to understand, the Finnish people or the people of Finland have by this step taken their fate into their own hands. Are you hearing me? After they voted by 100 to 88, they have the declaration wording, and it reads like this. The people of Finland have by this step, the step they are taken by voting to declare Biafra, which is exactly what we are going to replicate in Finland on the 2nd of December. After gathering our vote, we're going to count them, and we're going to know how many people have voted for Biafra. Now, a step both justified and demanded by present condition. Their present condition justify the step they have taken by voting to declare independence. They say that it is not only the condition, but also the present condition demanded by this present condition justify the means, justify the fact that they have voted for the declaration of independence of Finland. The people of Finland feel deeply that they cannot fulfill their national and international duty without complete sovereignty. The same thing we, the Biafra people, are feeling today that makes Simon Ekpa to become a terrorist, according to them. The reason why Simon Ekpa is the bad person in the eye of the enemy who have killed our people before the emergence of Simon Ekpa is because with Nigeria, Biafrans continue to be in Nigeria. We, the Biafra people, will never ever fulfill our national and international duty without a complete sovereignty of Biafra state. That is the reason why Simon Ekpa and the Biafra government is doing what we are doing today. We have every potential to become the best in the world. We cannot attain this potential under Nigeria. Apart from the security issue, apart from the killing, the annihilation, the massacre and mass murder of the Biafra people, the marginalization, we can never ever attained our national and international duty without complete sovereignty nation of Biafra. The century-old desire for freedom awaits fulfillment now. This was the word of the Declaration of Independence State of Finland. This exact thing we will do in Biafra and for Biafra and in Finland in the convention. Now, Finland's people stepped forward as a free nation among the other nations in the world. The people of Finland dare to confidentially await how other nations in the world recognizes that with their full independence and freedom, the people of Finland can do their best in fulfillment of those purposes that will win them a place amongst civilized people. Are you listening? Now, after the declaration of Finland, a man called the Svenskvold immediately asked Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Germany, France to recognize Finland independent. The West, however, these countries, said they would wait until the former ruler, Russia, recognized the declaration. They did not recognize Finland. They didn't recognize Finland, though. They told Svenskvold to talk to Lenin Bolshevik government of Russia. The Svenskvold was hesitant to do this. This was hesitant to even talk to the government of Russia, as he did not want to recognize the Bolshevik as the legal ruler of Russia. He don't want to contact the Russian leader then because he don't recognize him as the Russian leader. But they asked him, Germany, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, France, asked him to contact the Russian government to recognize Finland declaration. He refused to do that. Are you listening? However, after this, besides, he thought that the Bolshevik government would probably fall soon. So he was believing that the Russian government then will fall. So the parliament decided to ask for the recognition from the Russian Constituent Assembly. Germany, which was middle of peace negotiation with Soviet Russia, pressured Finns to talk to Lenin and the Council of the People Commissioners. Svenskvold followed the advice as Finland wanted Germany's recognition as soon as possible. On December 18th, the Soviet Russian government issued a decree recognizing Finland independent. And on 2nd December to January, it was approved by the highest Soviet executive body, the All-Russian Central Executive Committee. This is how meeting is told, Svenskvold biography. Now, I want you people to understand that we are not expecting Nigeria, to agree and recognize Biafra after declaration. That's why we have guns to defend ourselves. That is going to happen. Now, they are already killing our people even before we started. They are already enacting law to jail you 25 years even before we started. So we are not expecting Nigeria to recognize our self-referendum. We're not expecting them, but we're going to approach them to that immediately after the declaration. My people of Biafra, the roadmap to Biafra freedom and independence is very clear. I don't know what is it that you do not understand on the template that Ekpa is using. I am the pilot of this Biafra movement today. I am the pilot of the liberation of Biafra, and I am standing very strong. And I said, I will not pass this war onto our children. I will rather pass the freedom of Biafra and the freedom of speech and the freedom of association onto our unborn children. That's what I'm fighting. And this year, 2nd of December, will be the beginning of a new dawn and a new life and a path to peace, a pathway to peace and everlasting peace and everlasting peace and everlasting peace and everlasting and lasting peace in our region and within our people and within ourselves. My fellow Biafrans, I will take a few questions Thank you for listening to this particular historic speech today and education. For those who are shouting, Finland is bringing Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa is not going anywhere. I will be here and finish this fight and free my people. Thank you. The media team, over to you, please. Sonny and Raphael, are you guys here?
PM, sir. Thank you, sir. Mazi, Sonny, are you there? Thank you, sir. Now, I'm going to be bringing in those of you that have listened to everything the PM have said. What a beautiful narrative, a beautiful story, and history have a way of repeating itself. And even though we are not imitating them, just like our PM have said, you can see that it is like our history is intertwined. And so I'm going to be bringing you in. Please, as you grab the mic, please ask questions to the PM relating to exactly, bordering to